Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we're going to learn how to send ebooks on Google Form submissions via Gmail. So I am an owner of a bookstore and I have created a form with the help of Google Forms for placing the order of the ebooks. And here my objective is that whenever a new form submission is done and a response is received by my customers, automatically to them, an email should be forwarded on their Gmail account with an attachment of an ebook. For that, what you're going to do is, we have to create an automation between Google Forms and Gmail with the help of Pabbly Connect. Pabbly Connect runs on two principles, that is trigger and action. In this process, my trigger application is going to be Google Forms and my action application is going to be Gmail. If you want to learn how to do this automation, then let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we're going to learn how to share ebooks on Google Forms submissions. So here my objective is that as an owner of a bookstore, I have created a form with the help of Google Forms. And I want that whenever a form submission is going to be done with the help of this Google Forms for the order of the ebook by my customers. So this is the ebook that is right over here. So as you can see, this is the ebook right over here. Automatically to them, an email should be forwarded on their Gmail account with an attachment of the ebook that I have created. For that, what we have to do is we have to create an automation with the help of Pabbly Connect. So on the screen you can see the website of Pabbly Connect, that is pabbly.com/connect. After browsing this website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. So as I'm an existing user, I'm going to sign into my Pabbly Connect account. After signing into Pabbly Connect account, you can see all Pabbly apps window in front of you, in which you can see the 5 applications of Pabbly, from which we are going to select Pabbly Connect by clicking on Access Now. After that, you can see Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. In order to start an automation process in Pabbly Connect, we need to create a workflow. For that, what we have to do is we have to click on this top right corner button right over here that says Create Workflow. Then a new dialog box is going to appear in front of you, which is asking for a workflow name. So I'm going to give a name to my workflow as Share ebooks on Google Form submission, and next it is asking for us to select a folder. On the left side of my screen, you can see I have created multiple folders in my Pabbly Connect account, and from these folders I'm going to select a specific folder in which I want to save this workflow in. For that, what we have to do is we have to click on this drop down arrow right over here. These are the folders that I've created in my Pabbly Connect account, from which I'm going to select Google Forms automation as the folder I want to save this workflow in. After selecting the folder and giving the name to our workflow, we need to click on Create in order to create a workflow. A workflow is created in the name of Share ebooks on Google Form submissions, and there are two windows in front of you. One says Trigger, another says Action. Trigger and Action are the two most important steps of our automation process because our process depends on these two concepts. Over here, Trigger says when this happens and Action says do this. That means our action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. Firstly, we are going to set up our trigger step. For that, we have to click on this arrow right over here, and for the trigger application right over here, we are going to select it as Google Forms, because we want that whenever a new form submission is done with the help of Google Forms, automatically to the customer who have done the form submission, an email should be forwarded with the help of Gmail. So that is why trigger application is going to be Google Forms, and for the trigger event right over here, we're going to select it as new response received. So that whenever a new form submission is done with the help of Google Forms, automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response. After selecting a trigger application and the event right over here, you can see Pabbly Connect has provided us with a webhook URL. With the help of this unique webhook URL, we are going to connect Pabbly Connect with Google Forms. For that, what we have to do is we have to follow the steps given here below. Firstly, we're going to copy this URL from here by clicking on Copy. After copying the URL, we are going to open the form that we have created with the help of Google Forms. So as you can see, this is the form that I've created right over here with the help of Google Forms, and it is asking for the first name, last name, phone number and the email. And the form name is Knowledge Bookstore Forms. This is the name of my store, that is Knowledge Books. And now what we are going to do is we are going to connect this form with Pabbly Connect, so that whenever a new response is captured or received with the help of this form, or a form submission is done, automatically Pabbly Connect should capture the response. How are we going to connect connect Pabbly Connect with Google Forms, firstly we have to click on responses right over here. After that, you can see over here it is saying link to sheets. We are going to click on it. Over here, a new dialog box is going to appear in front of which is asking for us to select destination for responses. I am going to create a new spreadsheet in order to select the destination of the responses, whereas if you want, you can select the existing spreadsheet. After selecting on create new spreadsheet, I am going to click on create. As you can see over here, a new spreadsheet is created with the help of Google Sheets. So this spreadsheet is directly linked with the form that we have created right over here. Whenever a new form submission is going to be done with the help of this form, automatically the data of the form submission is going to be transferred into the spreadsheet. So what we are going to do is, we are going to connect this spreadsheet with Pabbly Connect, so that whenever a new response is captured into the spreadsheet, automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response. How are we going to connect this spreadsheet with Pabbly Connect? For that, we have to click on extensions right over here. Then from these options, we have to select on add-ons and then on get add-ons. Then a new window is going to appear in front of you, on which on the search bar we have to search for Pabbly Connect Webhooks. We are going to click on Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Over here you can see it says Pabbly Connect Webhooks. We are going to click on it. As I've already installed Pabbly Connect Webhooks, I'm going to move forward. But if you have not installed Pabbly Connect Webhooks, please do install it so that you can connect Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect with the help of this webhook. I'm going to go back and I'm going to click on extensions again. And right over here you can see it says Pabbly Connect Webhooks. We're going to click on it. Over here it says initial setup. We're going to click on it. Then a new dialog box is going to appear in front of you, which is asking for a webhook URL in the trigger column. For the webhook URL right over here, we're going to provide the webhook URL that Pabbly Connect has provided us. And as I've already copied the URL, I'm going to paste the URL right over here. Then for the trigger column right over here, it says trigger column will be a final data column on which if the data is added. So in this spreadsheet right over here, the trigger column is going to be column E, because in this column, the final data is going to be added. So over here, I'm going to write it as column E. After filling the webhook URL in the trigger column, I'm going to click on submit right over here. Over here you can see it says setup configured successfully. So I'm going to go back. Now remember the steps which I'm going to tell you right now, very important steps. First you have to click on extensions again. Then we have to click on Pabbly Connect Webhooks. And then on the second option over here you can see it says send on event. We're going to select it. It's saying working right over here. Now we're going to click on extensions again. We're going to click on Pabbly Connect Webhooks again. And over here you can see a tick mark is in front of sent on event. So we have chosen sent on event so that whenever a data is going to be added in the spreadsheet, automatically Pabbly Connect is going to receive the response. That is why it is very important to click on send on events. I'm going to take you back to my Pabbly Connect workflow that I've created, and over here it is saying waiting for webhook response. So now what we are going to do is we're going to do a test submission of the form that we have created, and we're going to check whether Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response of the test submission that we have done or not. For that, we're going to do a test submission. Firstly, we're going to open the form that we have created. After that, on the right top corner, it says send. We're going to click on it. We're going to click on this button right over here. This is the link provided. We're going to copy this link from here, and then we're going to open the link in a new tab. Over here you can see this is the form that I've created. I'm going to fill in all the details and I'm going to click on submit to do a test submission. Firstly, it is asking for the first name. So the first name I'm going to write it as test. For the last name I'm going to write it as account 123. For the phone number over here I'm going to write it as a dummy mobile number. For the email I'm going to write it as testaccount123@pabblytuts.com. After filling all the details, we're going to click on submit. As you can see that over here it says the response has been recorded. So now I'm going to open my Pabbly Connect account and I'm going to check whether the test response that we've submitted right now is captured by Pabbly Connect or not. For that, I'm going to open my Pabbly Connect account. I'm going to scroll down, and yes, as you can see right over here, a response is captured in our Pabbly Connect account. And if you're going to tally the response, over here for the first name it says as test, last name as account 123, for the phone number, dummy mobile number, email as testaccount123@pabblytuts.com, and all the other details. So this means that we successfully set up our trigger step right over here. After setting up our trigger step, we need to set up our action step, as we want that whenever a new form submission is done with the help of Google Forms, automatically to the customer who have done the submission, an email should be forwarded to their Gmail account with an attachment of the ebook. So now what we're going to do is we're going to set up our action step. For that, we have to click on this arrow right over here. So it is asking for us to choose our action application, and our action application is going to be Gmail. So I'm going to select my action application as Gmail. And for the action event, we're going to select it as send email. After that, we're going to click on connect right over here. Then a new window is going to appear in front of you, on which we have to click on add new connection. But if you have an existing connection, you can choose this option. After that, we're going to click on connect with Gmail. Then a new window is going to appear in front of you which is asking for a permission. I'm going to click on allow as a safe process and my data is perfectly safe with Pabbly Connect. As you can see that we successfully authorized Gmail account with Pabbly Connect. Firstly, it is asking for the recipient email addresses. Over here, we have to provide the email address on which we want to send an email to. For that, what we're going to do is we're going to provide the email address. And how we're going to do that? We're going to do it with the help of response that we have received in our previous step. And for that, we're going to map the data. Mapping means inserting data from the previous step, and we're going to insert the data from a previous step of this workflow. And how we're going to do that? For that, we have to click on this field right over here. And you can see this was the previous response of this workflow, that is Google Forms new response received. I'm going to click on this arrow right over here, and this was the response that was captured in our previous step. Over here, as it is asking for the recipient email address, and I'm going to map the data for the email address that we have received in our previous response. As I've mapped the data right over here, the data has now become dynamic. That means whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the data right over here is going to be updated. After that, it is asking for the CC and the BCC. We are going to skip this part for right now. For the sender's name right over here, I'm going to write it as Knowledge Bookstore. So this is the name of my bookstore. That's why I've written my sender's name as Knowledge Bookstore. For the email subject, I'm going to write it as Java ebook, because we are forwarding an ebook in name of Java ebook. That's why I've written my email subject as Java ebook. Next, it is asking for the reply to. I'm going to skip this part. Next, it is asking for the email content type. I'm going to select it as plain. For the email content right over here, I'm going to write it as hello. Over here next to hello, I want the name of my customer who have done the form submission. For that, I'm going to map the data again from our previous response. As I want the name of my customer should be mentioned right over here, I'm going to write it as first name space the last name right over here. It says greetings of the day. Thank you for choosing and contacting us. We are incredibly happy to provide services to you as you have done a form submission for the order of ebook with the help of Google Forms. So the ebook file is attached below that you have ordered. Once again, thank you so much for showing interest in our offerings. Thanks and regards, Knowledge Bookstore. So this is the email content that I want to send to my customer. Next, it is asking for the file name. So for the file name, I'm going to write it as I've written it as JavaScript ebook. So this is the name of the file that I want to send to my customer. Next, it is asking for the attachment. Over here for the attachment, we're going to provide the link that we want to send to our customer with the attachment of this email. So for the attachment link, I would provide the link of the ebook. So this is the link that is going to be attached to this email right over here. After filling all the details, I'm going to click on Save and Send Test Request. And yes, as you can see right over here, we have received a response, and this is a positive response because for the result stated it says sent. So now I'm going to open my Gmail account and I'm going to check whether I have received an email with an attachment of an ebook or not. For that, I'm going to open my Gmail account. And yes, as you can see right over here, a new email is received on my Gmail account for the subject as Java ebook. It says as hello test account 123 greetings of the day. The body of the email right over here and an attached ebook over here in a PDF format. I'm going to open this ebook right over here, and this is the ebook that we have attached to the email right over here. So this means that we successfully created an automation between Google Forms and Gmail with the help of Pabbly Connect. But now for all of you guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check whether the connection between these two applications are successful or not. For that, I'm going to do another form submissions with the help of Google Forms, and I'm going to check whether a new email is forwarded on my Gmail account or not. For that, we're going to do another form submissions. I'm going to open the form that we have created with the help of Google Forms. So this is the form that I've created with the help of Google Forms, and to do another test submission, we're going to click on send right over here. We're going to click on this button, and this is the link provided. We're going to copy this link, and then we're going to open the link on a new tab. Over here, you can see this is the form that I've created. It is asking for the first name, last name, phone number, and the email. I'm going to fill in all the details. So as you can see that I've filled in all the details for the first name as dummy, last name as user123, phone number, dummy mobile number, and for the email as dummyuser123@pabblytuts.com. After filling all the details, I'm going to click on submit to submit this form. And over here it says your response has been recorded. So now I'm going to open my Gmail account and I'm going to check whether I have received a new email for the name of dummyuser123 with an attachment of an ebook or not. For that, I'm going to open my Gmail account. And yes, as you can see right over here, we have received a new email in our Gmail account for the name for dummy user 123 with an attachment of an ebook right over here. And this is the body of the email right over here. I'm going to open the ebook that is attached to it, and yes, this is the same ebook right over here. So this means that we successfully created an automation between Google Forms and Gmail with the help of Pabbly Connect. So here my objective was that I am an owner of a bookstore and I am selling ebooks to all of my customers whenever they're going to fill a form that I've created with the help of Google Forms. So here my objective was that whenever a new response and a new form submission is going to be done with the help of Google Forms, automatically to all of my customers who have done the form submission, an ebook should be forwarded to them as an email attachment with the help of Gmail. So for that, we have created an automation between Google Forms and Gmail with the help of Pabbly Connect, and this is how we create an automation between these two applications. So if you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment down below if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video. Not just with these applications, you can create automation with the help of Pabbly Connect between multiple applications. If you have any doubts, you can send us email on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can ask your queries on forum.pabbly.com. If you have any queries regarding the pricing of Pabbly Connect, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment down below if you have any questions and doubts, and please share this video, and thank you for watching.